Yeah.
All right, here we go. Welcome, everyone. You know what? Oh, I don't have it on my computer. That's okay. All right, I just hit record, so we are recording. If you want to say hello in the chat, let us know where you're tuning in from. Welcome to the new year. I am so excited that you are here, making your health and well-being a priority this year. It's super important. Happy 2023. Can you believe it's 2023 already? This feels insane. It literally feels insane to me. The new year is a symbol of starting fresh. It's probably not surprising that the two most popular New Year's resolutions are staying fit and healthy and losing weight. It is also probably no surprise that the most people don't feel that they ever really reach their New Year's goal or that they give up before they get there. This often happens because they don't set a plan on how to actually do that. They think, I want to lose 15 pounds. And so they get a gym membership and show up without a real plan in place. Or they say something like, I want to get healthy this year, but they don't really know how to do that. In this class, I'm going to give you simple tips on how to create healthy habits that are sustainable and will actually help you look and feel better. Because even more than like a New Year's resolution or a big goal is being able to set those healthy habits. That's really what it boils down to, because if you can create a new healthy habit, you can change your life. So I would like to say I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to diagnose, treat, prescribe, or cure any illness. Please make sure you consult your physician. The content that I cover tonight is for informational purposes only. So before we dive in, let's get to know one another. Whether you're on live or you're watching the replay, I would love to know in the comments where you are from, if you're a Young Living customer, if you're a brand partner, or if you're neither. And what's one like New Year's goal that you have for 2023? It can be about health, business, relationships. It really doesn't matter what it is. What matters is that you write it down and that you share it with other people. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be a goal. If you want it to be more of like a theme, or if you have a word that you choose for the year, you can write that as well. And so let's get to know your host, just in case you don't already know me. Hello, my name is Amanda. I'm a wife and mama of 3 boys. I am a registered nurse, gone crunchy, work from home, homeschooling, oil slinging mama. That's me in a nutshell. I have a bachelor's degree in nursing as well as health sciences. I worked in the field for 9 years before I decided to stay home full time with my kiddos. Health and wellness has always been something that is important to me. So when my friend Chelsea introduced me to the oils back in 2014, I was hooked, and it opened up a whole new world of wellness for me and my family. Lavender was my gateway oil. And if you are a veteran oiler or really have been using oils for any length of time, I would love to know in the chat, like or in the comments, if you're watching the replay, what was your gateway oil? After lavender helped my little one sleep through the night, I was hooked on oils and I knew that I needed to share them with literally all the other mamas around me. So here we are, almost 9 years later. So that's a little bit about me. We got Mayville, New York in the house, and you said no plan yet. That's okay. We've still got time. All right, so let's move along. I do want to say that quality matters. And before I get into all the amazing ways that you can stay healthy in 2023 with essential oils and Young Living products, I want to share with you why I believe and trust Young Living and their quality products. So Young Living calls it a seed to seal promise, and they stamp it on every single one of their products. They abide by very strict guidelines and fulfill their promise to send pure, safe, and effective products to your home. Here are some of the guidelines. Their farms and partner farms abide by strict standards. They select the strongest seeds from the strongest thriving plants. They hand weed and use their own oils on plants for pest control to avoid the use of toxic chemicals. They harvest at peak times to ensure quality oils. They distill on site without chemicals. And they test every batch. If it doesn't meet their standards because of weather conditions or for any other reason, they do not bottle it up and sell it to you. All of these factors make a huge difference in quality and effectiveness. So if you would like to learn more, you can check out more about their Seed to Seal commitment at www.seedtoseal.com. When I got started with oils, I told you lavender was my gateway oil, but my oldest was about 10 months old, so I was getting into oils for my little ones. And as a mama, quality was super, super important to me. So I really did my research, and Young Living is the company that I trusted and continue to trust almost 9 years later. I've actually had the opportunity to go to a couple of the farms and see the whole process, and it's truly, truly amazing. If you ever get the opportunity to stop by one of their farms, please check it out and ask all the questions that you want, because their staff is incredible and it really is a magical experience. I would love to know in the comments, share how important it is for you to invest in quality and effective products, because I know for some people that's super, super important, and other people they're like, I don't really care. You know, if it gives me the results, that's really all I'm looking for. So I would love to know kind of where you stand on a scale of, like, let's say 1 to 10, 1 being I don't really care about it that much, and 10 being like quality and effectiveness is like number 1 for me. All right. So before we do dive into the tips, I just want to cover really quickly some usage and safety. There are 3 very important guidelines to follow when you're using essential oils. Number 1, do not put oils in your eyes or other sensitive mucous membranes. Number 2, start slow. Essential oils are very potent, and a little will go a very long way. 1 to 2 drops will do, and sometimes those drops even need to be diluted further with a carrier oil. You're going to want to read your labels, and it will tell you on the label whether it does or does not. And then number 3 kind of goes along with number 2, follow directions on the label. Some oils are ideal for topical and aromatic, while some oils are designed for internal use. And that leads us into the 3 main ways that you can actually use your oils. So as you can see here, you can use them internally, aromatically, and topically. So internally, Young Living oils are called our Vitality line, and these are safe to ingest. The labels that are white, I wish I had, I do have one right here. The white labels like this, sorry, it's kind of not really focusing, but you can see the white label versus, I don't think I have another lemon right here to show you the exact same, but like a colored label versus a white label. So this is our Vitality line. This is our regular line. So the Vitality line, like I said, are safe to ingest. The labels are white and they have dietary instructions on them. I do want to say, however, please note that the oils in the regular solid colored label bottles are the same as the Vitality bottles. For example, peppermint oil from the regular line of peppermint and from the Vitality oil line are the same exact thing. They just have different labels per FDA. So let's just, for pretend purposes, say these are peppermint, and this was our peppermint Vitality, and this was our peppermint oil. The oil inside the bottle is the same. It's just that one is labeled per, FDA rules for internal use, and one is labeled for aromatic and topical, if you're catching what I'm throwing out there. All right, moving on to the next, aromatic. This is what most people, when they think of essential oils, they're like, aromatic, aromatherapy, smells great, helps me to relax. That's what most people think of, which is wonderful and so true. However, they can be used for so many more things. And that's what we're here to learn, right? So aromatically, you can use a diffuser like you see in the picture. Well, it's kind of blurry, but you get the picture, or you can have diffuser jewelry, or you can simply just put some in your hands and cup it over your nose and inhale that way. You can also save a lot of money and just inhale it right out of the bottle. There's no one telling you can't do that. And then last, but certainly not least, we have topical, and that is applying the oils directly onto your skin. So you're going to, again, want to read your labels, and then it will tell you if it needs to be diluted or not. If it does, then you're going to want to dilute it with something like a coconut oil or a grapeseed oil, whatever carrier oil you have on hand at home. And then they are absorbed quickly and effectively into your system to help you and your body for whatever that oil may be working for. So, all right, now that we got all of that out of the way, if you have any questions, put them in the chat, but we're going to keep moving along here. So personal growth and turning inward. Once your mindset changes from within, everything on the outside will change. The mind is a very, very powerful thing. What you think becomes what you do, and what you do becomes who you are. So sometimes people think, my mind, what do you mean mindset? Like my mind doesn't have anything to do with it. I can do what I want. But it all starts in your mind, and you make actions based on what you think. So having a strong mindset is super important. And I will say there has been so much that I have gained from being a Young Living customer and brand partner. But I honestly think one of my favorite things is the personal growth that I've experienced from this community, all that I've learned about mindset, the oils that have really helped me to open up and dig deeper with my emotions. And this isn't a class about emotions, but it's something that I'm really passionate about because it's helped me so much. So spending the time and energy to reflect on yourself through journaling, meditation, or other mind-body connection activities like yoga, can really help you to uncover your goals and shift your mindset in a positive and productive way. And if there's like one thing that you want in 2023, it's probably that you want it to be positive and productive, right? As an underlying, theme of the year. Maybe there are other things in there too, or other, certain things that you want to work through, but most people want things to be positive and productive, especially after the last few years we've had. All right, so I want you to try these 4 tools to help you turn inward and to reflect. And then I'm going to share with you some oil suggestions that you can use as well. And all of this that I'm going over tonight too will be sent to you in the replay as well as in like written form, so that you don't have to frantically take notes or anything. Okay. So the first tool is to use conscious language to speak with positive intention. Conscious language is something that I wasn't really aware of for most of my life. Really only in the past, I would say maybe 6 years or so. And it has changed so much for me and my outlook and my positivity, and my optimism. And so if that's not something you're familiar with, you can check it out. You can Google it. You can look on YouTube. I'm sure there's videos. I personally love Robert Tennyson Stevens is great for that. I would definitely look into it. So that's number 1, use conscious language, because the words that we think in our head, whether we're thinking about other people, we're thinking about goals, or we're talking to ourselves, right? Because sometimes we talk in our head. How do I want to put it? Like not in a nice way, right? We can be our own worst enemy. We can be our own worst critic. And that has an effect on what we do and therefore who we are. So starting with conscious language in your mind is huge. Okay, number 2, write down a list of things that you are grateful for each day. One thing that I really love to do with my kids, we started it a couple years ago, is at bedtime, or if we're all not, if they're not going to bed at the same time, then sometimes we'll do it at dinner, is we'll all go around and say 3 things that we're grateful for. And that has really helped too. And just like you think, oh, like thinking of 3 things, like that's so simple or whatever. But on days that are hard, if you can just find 2 seconds to sit and think of 3 things that you were grateful for, it literally takes 2 seconds and it changes your mindset. It shifts that energy. So I really encourage you, if that's not something you currently do in your practice, please, gratitude is incredible. Number 3, train your brain to think your future into existence with personal affirmations. I love affirmations so much. Louise Hay is fabulous for that. So if you need someone to look up for some positive affirmations, she's great. Number 4, write down or reflect your future goals coming to life with visualization. And I love to do this through creating vision boards or vibration boards. And if that's something you're interested in, I'm actually having an event. I think I'm going to share more about it at the end of this, but you can check that out on my events page. It's going to be on the 19th of the month, and it's going to be virtual, so you can join from anywhere. Okay, so let's get into essential oils that can take these daily practices to the next level. Some oil suggestions for tuning inward for things like meditation or quiet time. I would suggest frankincense. This can be used in meditation for its ability to ground, to balance, and to uplift. It's really good for that connection piece. Another really great one is peace and calming, and the ylang ylang in it is said to balance male-female energies, which is really great for meditation. Some oils that I would suggest for self-reflection or journaling would be Release, which is a blend with a relaxing aroma that facilitates the ability to let go of anger and frustration. It also helps to promote harmony and balance when it's diffused. And you can use this when you're journaling or reading. I also really like to use Release on like over my liver because our liver holds a lot of our anger. So if you are working towards like releasing, that anger or frustration, that's a good place to apply it. Another oil that I would suggest is gratitude. So gratitude fosters obviously a grateful attitude and embraces the blessings in your life. This uplifting aroma invites a feeling of emotional and spiritual progress. So in the comments, I would love for you to share with us, how much time do you currently spend doing these activities, doing personal growth or turning inward? And we're going to go ahead and move on to physical activity and planning ahead. So you can take a screenshot of this recipe. Again, I will also be sending it in the replay. But most of our excuses for not working out have something to do with not having enough time. I am so guilty of this. I actually was just talking to my husband about this the other day. Like, you are not, if this is you, you are not alone. I am terrible with being physically active, and my excuse is always, I don't have time. I have 3 kids and I don't have time. Well, you know what? That's baloney, because we make time for the things that are a priority in our life. So I have some digging to do to see why that keeps coming up for me. Maybe I need to do some journaling and use some of those oils for myself. But one easy way to remove this excuse from your vocabulary is to plan for your workouts ahead of time. So this is what I need to do. Number 1, plan your workout time the day before and keep it sacred. Make it a priority. Like I just said, make it a priority, because things that we prioritize in our life, no matter how busy we are, we find time for the things that are important to us. And I know sometimes that hits hard, and sometimes people are triggered by that. I get it. I've been there. I understand, but it's true. If you really sit and think about it, it is true. Number 2, tell people that you are planning to work out a certain number of times a week so that they can hold you accountable. Accountability partners are amazing for all aspects of life, for business, for personal growth, for working out, for, whatever it might be. Find someone to hold you accountable. And number 3, pack a gym bag and keep it in your car so that you can stop at the gym or a fitness class while you are out and about. And I'm sure right now, all of the gyms and stuff probably have all the deals, right? Because it's the new year. And that's, like we said in the beginning, most people have those New Year's resolutions around like getting healthier and working out and losing weight. So if you need to join a gym, now's probably the time. And then you can pack your bag ahead of time, keep it in your car so that there's no excuses. Plan ahead and get an accountability partner. And you can use your oils by creating this gym bag refreshing spray using witch hazel, whatever preferred essential oil, and water. So you're just going to combine the ingredients into a spray bottle and use as needed. I would personally suggest using Purification. That's one of our blends that is great for getting odors out of shoes or stinky gym bags. It also just smells amazing. Or Thieves. So Thieves is preferred when wet gym clothes will be stuck in your bag all day, because that's like one of our, we have literally an entire line of Thieves products that's for like cleaning and immune boosting, all of that. And lastly, a pro tip, apply a few drops of diluted Panaway to sore muscles after your workout, because this will prevent the excuse of I'm too sore to work out on day number 2. All right, so we got you covered. Okay, what is in the comments? What is your typical excuse for not getting your workout in? And be honest. Like I said, it's okay. I'm right there with you. I understand. All right, so here is tip number 1 for like diet and easy grab on the go. You're going to want to plan for the week ahead. And I would love to know, do any of you do a meal plan ahead of time? My husband and I were in a really good streak of doing this for a long time, and we have not been doing it lately. And I can tell, like, it's just no bueno, because then last minute you don't have anything to eat, and so you eat all the things you shouldn't eat, right? Let me know if you've been there too. Okay, so plan for the week ahead. Make a list of things that you can cook at the beginning of the week and enjoy multiple times during the week. Soups, chili, grilled chicken breast, sauteed veggies are all examples of foods that can be made in larger amounts and spread out through the week. So tip number 2 is then make it easy to stay on track. Store healthy foods in clear containers on the top shelf of the fridge and at the front of your pantry. This is a mental trick. If you can see it, you're going to grab those options, right? A lot of times what we see first is what, oh, that sounds good, right? Maybe another trick would be to hide all of the stuff that's not great and put it towards the back of the fridge. All right, tip number 3, snack tip for busy bees. Prepare your snacks in advance to make them easy to grab and go. If you have a snack on hand, you are less likely to turn to something sugary and processed that will make you feel sluggish, while hindering your new healthy habits. All right, it's gonna like set you back. We don't want that. So have the healthy snacks on hand, ready to go, and in those clear containers at the front of your fridge or pantry. And then last but not least, tip number 4, ditch and switch. So when focusing on your diet, one of my favorite tricks is to swap out unhealthy ingredients for healthy ones. Here are a few easy swaps for you. So you can ditch the spaghetti and switch to zucchini noodles. You can ditch chips and crackers and switch to popped popcorn. And if you are if you like popcorn, you check out my on my Instagram. It's at AmandaDewald1. I have a highlight. I think it's just like an image of popcorn, or I might even say dill popcorn. I have a recipe on there for my dill popcorn that I make with my kids. They rave about it. They tell everyone, like whenever I go places, that's what I always like make and bring. It's super simple to make and it tastes amazing. And I get to use my dill essential oil. Okay. You can ditch the soda and switch to sparkling water or tea. You could do hot or cold, depending on the season. And then lastly, ditch sugary breakfast and switch to overnight oats or hard-boiled eggs with a side of fruit. Whatever it is that you fancy, but you know your body best and you know what's good for you and what isn't good for you, and just make those switches and have those switches in your head ahead of time. Plan ahead. So an easy grab and go snack for a busy lifestyle is the one that you see right on the screen here. You can grab a screenshot of it, and it's wolfberry trail mix. So I'm not going to read it off to you. You can see it. We're going to go ahead and go right to another smart snacking recipe. You can try this veggie dip. So I'll give you a second to take a screen grab of that one. And I would love to know in the comments, what is one of your biggest struggles in preparing healthy meals throughout the day? All right, moving along to self-care. A morning routine might be the most important thing you do in a day. A solid morning routine will set you up for success throughout the rest of your day. It will make you feel great and ready to tackle the world. Spend a half an hour a day taking care of yourself, and you will optimize your productivity all day long. So I have come up with 10 activities for you to accomplish in the morning that will set you up for success, which is why you should incorporate these practices into your daily routine. So I'm going to go over 10, even if you can incorporate some of these, that would be helpful. So number 1, make your bed. I would love to know in the comments, how many of you make your bed in the morning? Are you like a make your bed person? I am. I will say, I was going to say 9 times out of 10, but I feel like it's even more than that. Like 99% of the time I make my bed in the morning. And it's so much better, because if it's unmade, I'm just going to climb right back into it because I'm not a morning person. All right, number 2, drink a glass of water right when you wake up. And I personally love to put a splash of apple cider vinegar and a drop of lemon in it. Number 3, take a lemon juice and Ningxia red shot. So if you don't have that lemon in your water, you can go ahead and add it to your Ningxia, or you can take whatever essential oil of our Vitality line that you like and put it in your Ningxia shot. Number 4, wash your face and brush your teeth. Number 5, take your vitamins. Number 6, eat a balanced breakfast. Number 7, exercise or take a little time to move, or at the very least, like if you're not there yet, at the very least, get some stretching in. 8, pamper yourself. You can use a skin brush. If you haven't used a skin brush, they are wonderful. We have done like lymph challenges in the past, which include that and some other routine, and they have amazing results. So I'm sure we'll be doing another one of those probably in the beginning of the summer, maybe the spring. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know. Or you can do like an exfoliating coffee skin scrub, which we have the recipe right on the screen if you want to grab that screen grab. And then another is taking a bath. And I know you're probably thinking like, Amanda, I don't have time for a bath. I know, me either. And that's why I went to the dollar store and I got myself one of those plastic kitchen bins, and I fill that with my nice, I love like hot water, my Epsom salt, my essential oils, and I sit there with my feet soaking, and it's like feel of a bath, but without having to like clean the tub, fill the tub, get in the tub, spend time in the tub, get out of the tub, clean the tub. Like that's too much for me. So if you're like, I don't have time for that, you can do a nice foot soak. All right, number 9, take 3 deep breaths. And number 10, find gratitude in your life and journal. And I actually didn't add this, but I would add, apply your oils. Apply your oils every morning, because I know on days that I don't, I can tell, my kids can tell, everyone can tell. And if you're like, I don't know where to start, our late founder, Gary Young, created actually a great day protocol, which includes, I want to say, I could be wrong in here, but I think it's 4 oils. And if that's something you're interested in, I can send you the information for his great day protocol. That would be a great place to start. All right, so that's just directions. We don't need to go over that since it's on the screen. Okay, let's move on to cultivating relationships. Whether you are spending time with your kids, enjoying a girls' night in, or catching up with some friends, cultivating deep, intentional relationships with others is important for growth and balance in your life, especially now more than ever, because we were cooped up for how long? It feels like personal relationships are tough, right? Because we were just secluded for a long time. So now more than ever, this is really, really important. I know people are missing this. People are wanting this. So time with your family, find time and space for family, and maintaining those relationships is crucial for a balanced life. Setting boundaries and carving out a specific time of each day can help you to keep your family time sacred. I know it's hard. We all get busy schedules and stuff, but again, we make the time for what is a priority. So if that's a priority to you, make the time for it. And here are a few tips. Apply or diffuse present time essential oil, which is one of our blends, to help you focus on the here and now so you can get beyond the past and move forward while reestablishing your boundaries and committing to family time in 2023. Also, be vocal to your friends at work. Your friends or your work colleagues about what time of the day you are turning off your phone. I mean, obviously, if you have a job where you have to be on call 24/7 or something, that might be different, but most of us don't. Most of us don't have that. So have those boundaries set and let people know, this is the time of day that I will not be able to be reached. I'm turning off my phone, and I'm checking out of social media or whatever it might be for you, and write down your 3 non-negotiables and stick to them. So have you ever heard the saying, we are the average of the 5 people we associate with the most? I'm sure you have, right? I want you to reflect on that for a moment. Who is in your tight circle? Who is your tribe? Are they positive? Are they motivated? Are they excited about life? Are they excited about the future? And are they excited about their goals? If not, start to invest your energy in surrounding yourself with more positive people. One of the hardest things I think for us to do as humans is to let go of toxic relationships. But in order for us to move forward, sometimes that's necessary. And I know you probably know sitting there, whether that's you or maybe that's not you. Maybe you have a great circle of friends. I hope that you do. But if you don't, I would really encourage you to think about it. Think about those questions that I asked you. And if you're like, wow, man, my 5 people, not so good. Just know that if you stay there, growth is going to be extra hard. Find those people. Find those people who can encourage you, who can motivate you, who can be happy for you, can support you. In fact, I am having, like I mentioned briefly earlier, I'm having an online 2023 vision board and goal setting evening on Thursday, January 19th. So I would love for you to come and hang out with other like-minded individuals that are ready to make change this year. Who knows, maybe you'll meet your new best friend. So you can register at www.amandadewald.com/events. But let's go ahead and talk about career and life purpose. And I promise we're almost done, so thanks for hanging in there. The average person will spend 90,000 hours of work in their lifetime. That's a lot of time spent not doing something that you love. Maybe you love your job, amazing, but most people don't. The modern employee changes career paths 12 to 15 times throughout their lives. What might that say about people's satisfaction in the work that they do? 86% of people today report making extra money on top of their regular job. Having side income is not only a way to bring in extra income, which feels pretty mandatory in today's world, but it also provides a creative outlet, doing something that you love or that you're passionate about. So for some, it could be building a business, helping others find health and wellness through Young Living. Right? That could be fun. But for others, it could be coaching a sport. It could be an Etsy shop to sell homemade goods or art. It is encouraging to know that today more and more people are feeling inspired to do the things that they love. I love seeing that. You are the only person in your life that can discover your true passion. Maybe you already know what that is, or maybe it will take a life of exploration. Wherever you are in the process, there is an oil to support you on your journey. So I'm going to go over 3 essential oils that I think can really help to support you with your passion or with your goals, whether you know what that is already or you're still searching for it. The first one is abundance. This is a blend that combines oils such as orange and ginger, which were used by ancient cultures to attract prosperity and magnify joy and peace. The next is Stress Away. This is a blend of copaiba, lime, cedarwood, vanilla, acacia, and lavender, and it includes soothing and calming oils to help you feel stress-free during the daily grind or while exploring for your life's passion. And last but certainly not least, energy. You can diffuse or apply topically during your morning routine, before work, during that midday slump. To enjoy the stimulating, spicy pine fragrance of rosemary, juniper, lemongrass, nutmeg, balsam fir, clove, and black pepper essential oils. I would love to know in the comments, do you already have some form of a side income flowing in for you for 2023? All right, friends. Friends don't let friends pay full price. So if you found any of the products that we talked about tonight interesting and you are wanting to incorporate them into your 2023 wellness plan, please reach out to whomever sent you this link and let them know that you are ready to order today. If it was me who invited you, let's connect after the webinar because I have something a little special for you. If you are already a customer, you can log in and you can order whatever it is that struck your fancy. If you need help building out that wish list or finding the items, please feel free to reach out and I'm happy to help you. All right, as we end this webinar tonight, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to learn about some tips and tricks for making 2023 your best year yet. I would like to leave you with this. The American Society of Training and Development did a study on accountability and found that you have a 65% greater likelihood of completing a goal if you commit to someone. Regular appointments or check-ins with someone can increase your success rate to 95%. So do yourself a favor and find an accountability partner who shares similar goals with you in 2023 and try these tricks. Number one, sign an accountability contract. Make sure to clearly state your SMART goals in your contract with weekly action plans and clear end goals that are realistic, timely, and measurable. And if you're like, I don't know what a SMART goal is, we do talk about that at the goal setting and vision board event, if that's something you're interested in. And number two, check in on a weekly basis. Use your weekly action plans in your contract to guide your weekly check-in with your accountability partner. If you didn't hit your goals, play the game of whys. You want to ask yourself, why, after each reason for not hitting goals, so that you can get to the true root and adjust accordingly. If you fail at a goal, that doesn't make you a bad person. That doesn't make you irresponsible. It doesn't make you not disciplined. It doesn't make you any of those things that we tell ourselves in our head. Again, right? It's that mindset that we went back to in the beginning. It all boils down to that mindset. But it doesn't make you any of those things that you tell yourself. Failure is actually so important in life because failing allows us to reflect and make changes. And then we just adjust and we move forward. All right, so please reach out to me or the person who invited you for support in your goals for 2023. Thank you so much. Go crush this year. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, but if anyone has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. If not, I will see you next time. I hope you have a wonderful evening and an amazing 2023.